Welcome back to the next topic of tetrahedral complexes CFT. So in tetrahedral complexes, none of the d orbitals are point exactly towards the ligand. This is one of the drawback of the CFT. So next splitting of the energy will be less than the octahedral field. When the ligands are approaching the d orbitals, 3d orbitals, that is dxy, dyz, dxz, T2G are very close to the ligand. When they are very closer means it will go to the higher energy. So what while the two d orbitals, I mean dx square minus y square and dz square is lying in between the ligands. So what are the energy of three orbitals T2? G should not come for tetrahedral. T2 will be raised and two orbitals E will be lowered. In presence of tetrahedral field, the degeneracy of d orbitals split up as 2d orbitals dx square minus y square and dz square is a E become more stable and their energy is lowered. So 3d orbitals dxy, dyz, dxz become less stable and their energies are raised T2 orbitals. It is the reverse of octahedral complexes, CFT theory, and here is the diagram. The energy increases from bottom to top, and then it is a ground state energy level of vacant metal orbitals dxy, dyz, dxz is called as a non-axial orbitals dx square minus y square and dz square is axial orbitals having a degeneracy means same energy level they are. When the ligands are approaching the metal electrons, these ligand electron and metal electrons are repel each other and will go to the excited state and it will split into two sets. That energy is called average energy of d orbital in a spherical crystal field. Spherical crystal field means there is a symmetrical repulsion between ligands approaches the metal electrons. So that is called a spherical crystal field and they split into two T2 and E. But T2 in tetrahedral go to the higher energy and E is a lower energy. So what the repulsion only shows that it is very closer, it is go to the higher energy. So what here T2 in higher energy and E in a lower energy. So here this occurs due to this 3. So what 3 by 5 delta T for tetrahedral that is occurs lower energy minus 0.6. Here due to 2 by 5 the delta T for tetrahedral it is a plus 0.4 delta T. It is increased energy and this is by decreasing energy. So a very important point is crystal delta T is a crystal field splitting energy difference between higher and the lower energy level you are supposed to write and then mention T2 has a increased energy by plus 0.4 delta T and E has a decreased in energy by minus 0.6 delta T. The crystal field splitting in tetrahedral complex delta T is smaller than the octahedral complex del naught Y. So in tetrahedral complex, 4 ligands, while in octahedral complex, 6 ligands. Lower ligands will produces less crystal field splitting is the main point. So in tetrahedral complex, none of the orbitals are pointing directly towards the ligand. So the splitting is very less than the octahedral splitting. So delta naught is a octahedral splitting is greater than delta D and the value is delta D equal to 4 by 3 del naught. It carries 1 mark. What is the reason? This is no need for you. And here I'm explaining this how we got this 4 by 9. Since the splitting of the tetrahedral complex is 2 by 2/3 of the octahedral complex. So for a one ligand splitting in octahedral is delta naught by 6. For one ligand splitting in tetrahedral is 2 by 3, 2/3. So 2/3 into delta naught for octahedral by 6. So what delta T equal to? This is 4 ligand. So for this is for one ligand and it is for a 4 ligand in tetrahedral. 4 into 2 by 3 into del naught by 6. 2 in 6 3 times. So 3 into 3 9. So 4 del naught in the numerator, 9 in the denominator. So the values 4 by 9 del naught value. So no need to by heart all these things. So just simply I have written this, how we got a value of delta naught is lesser than this delta. Delta T is lesser than delta naught, octahedral, and this is tetrahedral. Thank you, students.